Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Dashcoin Research Podcast. I'm your host, Nicholas Wenzel, and today we have Luca with us. Luca is the founder of JATEVO. It's like ChatGPT, but faster and built on belief. Luca, it's great to have you here. So, Luca, can you start off by telling us a little bit about what JATEVO is? Like, how would you describe the product?
Yeah. In simple terms, JATEVO is like a ChatGPT, but it's faster. It's maybe 3 until 5 times faster. And JATEVO is a decentralized LLM inference that we are hosted open source AI models like DeepSeek, Meta Llama, Qwen, Kema, Mistral, and any open source model, as well as the maybe image generation, video generation, and speech to text. Anything open source model, we hosted it in our several nodes, and we are investing to be a data center company.
Nice. So if I was a user, I might want to use you because it would be cheaper for me. Like, I could go and use, ChatGPT for my different tasks that I have, but I might need to upgrade to the pro version if I need. But I would go to you if I wanted something faster and cheaper.
Yes,
Is
it's
that right?
correct. Yeah, it's correct. Because when you use ChatGPT, you need to pay $20 like per month, and it's fixed price. Either you use every day or once a week, you need to pay $20. But if it's not about the JATEVO or any other models, you actually can use the GPT APIs from the OpenAI, so you can do pay per use. So basically, you need to build the interface of the ChatGPT. It's open source. There is like many things that you can do. Then you input the API key of the ChatGPT, and basically it can be like almost the same if you tweak the system prompt, and you can use that. But in JATEVO, if the OpenAI or ChatGPT is closed source, you can't deploy it in your computer. JATEVO is hosted the open source model. Basically, you can deploy your in your computer about the Meta Llama LLMs inside your PCs like MacBook M1, or if you have like GPU 3060, RTX 3060 from NVIDIA, you can run your own AI models. But if you trying to use the bigger parameters like 7 billion parameters, 20 billion, or even the DeepSeek that has 670 billion parameter, it's not possible to be used inside your computer. That's why we are hosting it, and we are paying from some of the nodes or inference, and we also serve our own inference. We are investing in AI chip or GPUs cluster that we will host it the open source AI model.
Mm-hmm. How are you thinking about go to market and getting this product in the hands of people? Like, what's your selling point that you're talking to people about?
Yeah, we have several approaches for JATEVO, but mostly we will serve enterprise or business to business models. Because if you see a startup is like a but leading, I mean, like if you build a startup or a product like Perplexity or any startup, it can be threatened by the AI itself. I mean, when the AI updating their models and it has more capabilities, your startup will going down. They will not use your startup again because or your product again because the AI itself is being cheap, less expensive, and it can be better than your product. That's why the JATEVO itself is serving like maybe I can say 70% is more like to the business to business or the enterprise, and the rest we will focus on consumer. And basically we will have like a subscription base, maybe started from $5 until $8 per month that you can use like almost unlimited, but maybe some feature is not available yet, like deep research. We will not serve like deep research because it's very extensive token and it will cost more than that. But for people or maybe for developers, they don't need about the web search, they don't need about the deep research. So basically you need a ChatGPT in simpler way, just like the prompt and the answer. That's we are coming in started with $5 per month.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And so, have you been in contact with any of these companies so far that you want to sell to, or are you still focusing on building the product at the moment?
Yeah, uh, I have experiences in business almost 10 years since I'm beginning in university. And at the university, my background is chemical engineering. In maybe the best university in Indonesia. And I also have experiences and I got scholarship from Temasek that I study in US. And I got a network, a lot of them, and I have followed many seminar or maybe like conference, online or offline, that make a network very broaden. And if you say, what about the segmentation or the potential customer? For the solo founder or developer, it is important to take the business development role. I mean, when I develop like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I will keep yapping on LinkedIn and the social media, and I got some customer over there, as well as I have like approached many enterprise company that, hey, I have this one, and maybe it's not direct responses, but at some point they know our product and our product is visibility, and if they have a need to develop something, they will contact us. I have contacted with several oil and gas company, either from Indonesia or even from Norwegia, and also I serve some small company, like small enterprises, and like only 100 per month, uh, but it's like kind of helping them for the product, because when I sell like 100 per month, it basically my cost is only 30 or $20 with 5x profit margin without I'm not touching the product after that. I mean, we have like a session to training, and then just 1 year they will use our product and they will contact us again. Just top up the credits.
Mm-hmm. And so you're in the process of finding those clients yet, right? Like you don't have customers right now, but you're trying to find customers.
I already have a paid customer. The monthly revenue around 3 until 4K per month. I serve the companies since February until now, and it's kind of a leverage of the GTFO product, not the GTFO itself. So I built something product above the GTFO, and they use that's product. It's around
Oh,
3 until 4K per month.
that's cool. Nice. That's actually pretty great. Most most like believe apps don't make any money, and so if you're making 3 or 4K a month with it, that's a great step up on the competition. Could you tell me a bit about your background and how you got into doing this?
Yeah, my background is chemical engineering. It's like a kind of a combination physics and chemistry. If you know maybe a DuPont, 3M, or any petrochemical company, I supposed to work in that industrial. But I have like a vision and like a grand vision, or my specialize in my knowledge about the energy and sustainability. So I started in my third years and senior years in university. I'm all in into energy and sustainability, and it brings me broader like helicopter view what's happening in industrial, and maybe in the US when about the Paris climate change at 2015, and then there is many initiative in Europe about the carbon tax and anything. I have like a knowledge or broader information about it, and it's lack of skill of the software engineering. I can't do code at the time, and if I want to build a product, I need to reach out the like CTO or any engineers to build my product. But in this era, AI agent, we can make many product with our knowledge. It's very easy and very fast if you can leverage the AI assistant or AI agent like Cursor, Windsurf, and Replit or V0 and anything. And at the last years of the university, I almost graduated. I got a scholarship for Temasek in US Singapore. There I learned about the startup and entrepreneurial studies. So I know maybe how Airbnb make their product, how Airbnb can acquire the customer. So basically, I learned a lot of about business model, canvas, MVP, and any other startup things. That's the basic knowledge that's comes in. So I can make like the new product, and I think like it's already on my sense. Okay, it is needed by the people that are already using ChatGPT, and the market share itself still very big, and it is worthy to all in this sector. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and your angle with this, you said, is the speed, right? And the speed, and that it's cheaper than like a ChatGPT subscription. Is that, do I have that right? Am I understanding you correctly?
Sorry?
With your with the JATEVO product, your angle that you're trying to sell with is the fact that it's cheaper and it's faster than than the competition. Is that correct?
That's one of the unique selling point. The other one is about security and sovereignty of the data. When you are in one country that have regulated, that's strictly regulated, like in China, they won't be use U.S. product. That's why. And some countries say your data must be in Indonesia, and the U.S. company forced to invest the infrastructure in Indonesia, like Microsoft and Google. There is like an agreement with the government and the between government to government. So the second unique point of the JATEVO is serve the sovereignty and the data of the AI. I mean, if you are oil and gas company or law firm or any telco company, let's say the law firm, you will not allow to use ChatGPT many cases, because when you use ChatGPT, your data will go into the ChatGPT itself or the OpenAI, and it will be something that suspicious or threatening the data. So they need a local AI. I mean the server that serve open source AI inside their company. And the competition between AI or AI model itself, of the LLM model itself, is very tightening. I mean, the ChatGPT and DeepSeek almost have the same capabilities. The GPT-03 has the same capabilities with the DeepSeek R10528, and the GPT 4.1 have the same capabilities with DeepSeek V30328. And that's why at some cases, or the senior developer or senior engineer do, they don't need to make or to use the ChatGPT. They just hosted the local AI inside their computer.
Okay, so they would, and they would use your service for that instead of, because I'm thinking, couldn't someone get DeepSeek on a local model and set it up on their own computer? You know, like, why are they going through you to do this local LLM inference?
Yes, you can try yourself. You just download Olama or LM Studio. They can run about they can't run a DeepSeek, but they can run Metalama around 3 billion parameter, up to 3 billion parameter. Even in your iPhone, you can run the local AI model with 1.5 billion parameter. But if you need a bigger parameter that have broader knowledge and like many data inside of the AI, you need a server, and you need to pay. You need to pay to rent the server. Then there is a company that's called Inference company comes in. They are investing in data center with the AI chip or GPU cluster, that they just download the AI model and they make it they upload it inside their GPUs and the system, and basically you can run your ChatGPT inside it and with the same capabilities with ChatGPT, but it's open source model from the DeepSeek or the maybe the Alibaba Qwen and Google Gamma and anything. And if you are asking why they need a product, because you can't run big parameter inside your computer with the and as well as the maybe in the features like GPTs or maybe GPT Store if you open ChatGPT, and then image generation and anything. You need a company that maybe wrapping up all of the features inside the ChatGPT, and we make our own GPTs, and yeah, you can pay a cheaper price for it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's say like a law firm wants to come in and they want their data to not be shared anywhere, and they can't use ChatGPT for it. So instead they come to you and they say, you know, I need a place where I can do LLM inference that's in a secure environment. Can you set up an environment where you don't have access to that data then?
Yes, we almost solve, and we have talking about it. And basically, behind of me, I use like a Mac Studio M4 Max that I bought from the US around $3K, and this device has capabilities for the local inference in one company. So I can say if I make this own AI model, I train the open source model to be used for the assistant of the company. The price on the margins of itself is can almost maybe 10 until 20. I mean, if I bought it around $3K, I can sell it $30K. If I make a model that can suitable with their businesses. For instance, if you need a translation or reading the regulation, there is many regulation, and you want to retrieve what's inside the regulation. It's basically you can control F in the PDF viewer, right? And many people may be uploading to ChatGPT and they are asking, they are chatting with PDF, but it is not secure. Your data will be available in their environment. It's basically it's not uploaded in internet, but the AI company like Google, if you are using Gemini or the ChatGPT when using the ChatGPT from the OpenAI, maybe they will know your data and they train your data. But if we make a specialized, a tailorized AI model inside the computer, it's not just it can be a small parameter like 7 until 12 billion parameters. It's not always DeepSeek. We can use Google Gemma on or Llama with 7 billion parameters, and it is more than enough. The AI can help one business streamline.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I think I understand your business model pretty well at this point, or
Yeah.
well enough as far as I can in 20 minutes. But I think it's time to move the conversation to the belief ecosystem and the token story. So can you tell me what the story was like in leading up to the token launch? Like, why did you launch a token?
Yeah. I started this business and I'm paying all in since February, and I already spent around $6,000 to purchase the hardware and software that I tried to pay. I mean, like I do pay a lot of APIs from the I mean like from the OpenAI, from the cloud and anything. So I started my business since February, and I spent that money, and it's comes up payback return just in 12 months, and with that 3K allowance on the revenue from three companies. And when launch token or the belief ecosystem comes up, I basically quit crypto. I was in crypto since 2017, and I was in trances. I trade a lot of pump fund token back in 2024, and a lot of jackpot at the point. Maybe I mean like your 2K dollars become 200K. I often doing that, but it's up and down, and it is not never enough for you, and you want to get millions and millions. And when the Trump or millennia token comes in, and I think this is a peak season on the peak or top of the cycle, and then I sell off my position. It's not many profit. I mean, and I ever get profited around six figures, and it's round tripped, and okay, it is enough, and I don't think I can get money again in this ecosystem, and just I'm paying my professional way again with this money, and I try to build something, and I believe it someday there is a moonshot about my project or my just my works. And then when I see some of friends launching the belief and they got around 20K, what the fuck, they get 20K with their product that maybe is not working around. Hey, come on, I have 3 months here and I only get 3K per month. And then okay, I will launch one of my product, and it is called Inference.accelerate.id. Accelerate is basically my company, and I try to think what's the name of this product, and then my head like being okay, you need analogy that it's very fast and very can help many others, and it's called then Jatayu vortex. Jatayu is like a bird from Hindu epic. They are very fast and very agile, and the vortex just like a vortex, and it's fast too. And then I combine it GT4, and then yeah, I just launched, and it is a stealth launch, and I didn't even tell my friend or even telling my Twitter or anything. I just want to know how this is going, and I upload it, and boom, it going up to 100K. I don't know. I even can't find my contract address or the dex screener. My friend notified me, hey, did you launch your coin? Oh yeah, yeah. I still setting up my Twitter and something. Oh, many KOLs or CT apping my token, and wow, the volumes went almost 1.5 million at the time, and the day after that I got 18K as the sharing fees revenue. Wow, I got that money. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So now that you've decided to do it, like, have you thought of how you're going to integrate your token into your project yet? Or are you still working on that idea?
All right. So I tried to dig into the creator playbook from the belief ecosystem itself. There is like a privacy on terms condition. I need to recap or read it all about their terms and also the creator playbooks. They mentioned that the token is not represent the equity of the company, right? And it is kind of merged and supporting the project to fundraising, right? So I have spent almost 20K for real economy. For real economy, I mean I cash out the money and I purchase GPUs, and we will serve our decentralized node in Texas, United States, in Austin, Texas. And we already spent 8K, and I spent for two researcher. I hired two researcher. It's basically my friend, and hey, I got money. I don't know how to use this money. I mean I enough living with 10K or 20K for 2 years straight. My living cost is not big enough, not that significant big, and I have like six figures. And what's next? I want to build something about it, and I will spend maybe 20K for education. We will make a GT4 academy, and it is not directly compensate or giving rewards to the holders, but holder will be rewarded by maybe they are just getting capital gain, but they can get a direct conversation with me in telegrams, and we will have like regular seminar or webinar or voice call inside the telegram. They will learn something from me, and they learn something about AI that I compile in. And the other thing, there is the revenues will go into the real economy. I will collaborate with one of Microsoft subsidiaries to try to give the students a course about the AI, because it is very challenging for the new students and the university. They will not get a job. So we want to elaborate or emphasize their knowledge in university with the real use case of the AI. So when they graduate from the university, they have knowledge and they have skill and ready with the industries.
Okay, so you're thinking to make like a group where if you hold some of the JATEVO token, then you can get access to like special conversations with you, and you can get extra help in getting a job in the AI industry. Did I understand you correctly?
Yeah, pretty the same. And the next online course with me, maybe you need to hold some of a GT4, and they need to pay the GT4, and maybe the GT4 itself is. I have several way about it. Either the GT4 itself being locked and it will distribute back to you for 1 month. I mean, or you pay in US dollars, and I will use that money to buy back the GT4 in the open market. I have still have several ways, and I have not finalized the way to make there. But I can say many people in my group from the GT4 communities, with almost 2,000 members in the Telegram, they don't really know about the threatening of the AI to their future. So I need to emphasize that, hey, this AI can take your job or even my jobs. We need to do something. We need to create a community. We assemble to the community that we learn about AI. So people out there, out the environment from the JATEVO, maybe they just doing their works regularly. They don't study about the AI, and we are leading up here, and it is our advantage being community here.
Yeah. I saw that you bought a lot of your own token. Is that right?
Correct, correct. I almost
Yeah.
spent almost 40K US dollar from the fees into the ecosystem, and
Yeah,
also I
you
spent
used a
20.
bunch of your fees to buy it, right?
Yeah, because I started this GTFO with zero cost. I mean, I didn't bundle it, and I purchase regularly when the price is sideways around 100 and maybe 150K. I try to allocate the fees, but in the first day I only purchased around 1,200,000, 1,200,000, 1,200 dollars, at around maybe 100K, and with that 18K I should holding with all that supply. But I think, yeah, I need the money for my development and my life, and then I haven't cashing out in fiat. It's still in crypto, and then the second day, all right, this community is going up, but the price is struggle. I need to hold, and then I put again 400, 500, 700, and at some point it's maybe almost collecting, and I try to sell to my friend. I mean, from the sideways before we going take off, we have secured maybe almost 30% of supply, or even me, I purchase with the fees that I claim to be mine, right? I purchased around 3,000K at 150. So basically, my average is around 130 until 150K. So it's not like when the price is very low. It's not like that. It's I purchased at the open market, and many people have the same opportunity at the time. Even my last purchase is maybe around 2 million market cap. So my offer is basically going up, and I personally
Yeah.
maybe hold 3% or 4%, and the rest of them like the treasury and everything.
So you're thinking of like the Treasury holding some portion of the supply, and that's kind of like for the project, and then you have some of your own personal supply, and that's yours to do with what you want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. This treasury will be, because if we want to real use this real economy, you need to realize the gains, right? And you need to sell in the chart. And I have some plans to realize the some money from the treasury. I mean, like I said to you that we want to develop the academy or the educational with the Microsoft subsidiaries. I will like serving a portion of the token, and I think this kind of initiative of the purchasing from the treasury, it is more like a strengthening I mean the token distribution. You need to control the supply. That's the point. So people that gets to the chart, you need to make a balance. So we need like giving back the fees into the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the last purchase is maybe at loss here. My last purchase is around 4.6, previously 4.9, and the previous again is 6 million market cap. But I don't really care, because it's basically your money, the community's money that I will put into it. And if we are asking about the development, that I cashing out around 20K or 30K is more than enough for me for the months. So this treasury, if we have like a goals that it will be 100 million market caps, it will be realized to be a data center. It is need a lot of money at the time, and we try to engage with venture capitals. Maybe they are interested to make us higher, and it is because like the venture capital is basically like trances in the Telegram. They are sealing each other, and we need to get there. They investing in early stage, and Yeah, they will help us to sell another and make our product more visible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Have you spoken to any venture capitalists so far?
Yeah, I have met with two venture capitals, and they are interesting to investing in my company, not the GTFO, but the holding of the GTFO. And for the GTFO itself, I'm talking with maybe two venture capital, and we still set up the meeting.
Nice. Very cool. Um, are there any big developments that you're excited about that are coming up in the next couple weeks?
Okay, so for the initial launches or the first inception, my target or my narrative is only until maybe late June. That's next week. I'm going to Korea. I have a startup exhibition in Seoul. And what's next? I didn't know at the time, and I am trying to explore. And I got a partnership with University of Tokyo. I will going to Tokyo at September. That we will develop the AI from autonomous lab. I mean, I have like partnership with a PhD in there, a graduated PhD, and he is a assistant professor in there, and there is a lot of opportunity or product that we want to develop in there.
Sweet. Nice. And it's crazy to me that your project went to 6 million market cap so quickly because I pay attention to all the projects every day. I look, and then all of a sudden one day I just saw JATEVO up there, and I was like, "Who's this guy? What's this all about?" Did you expect that crazy run, or like did it kind of come out of nowhere to you as well?
Yeah, I said to you that I was in trances for more than 1 years. I know this is kind of a startup, and when you need your friend to buy your tokens, it means hey, please hold this price because it is a psychological price. I try to onboard new people to buy these tokens. It is 7 days streak of struggle, a tough time at the first 7 days, and there is a local communities with maybe more than 10K members that they are inside of the crypto or the memes itself. The leader or the owner of the project, hey, it is a worthy project. Hey, you need to take a look, and then okay, they like it, and they share to the local communities in going up to 400K. And I know it will not sustain if we don't find new buyers or new visibility. And then I leverage this price action and the volumes to my friend in Korea. Hey, can you check my project here? Basically, honestly, I have still him at 100K, but it's neglected. Like, what is this? He didn't see the project. But when it's paying 400K, okay, should I buy? Yeah. And then they buy, and of course, they will work for their backs, right? So the development is from that from 400 until 800, and I tried to lever again to China. And I cracked something here. I need to use Chinese. I need to use Chinese written or voice. If you see my in my JTF, there is my video with Chinese, and it is like an estafette. And at some point, there is a VC that comes in, basically an individual and the venture capital institutional, and they make it listed to the L bank. So I think there is an effort to, since I am just a solo founder without any back of venture capital, and the holder will work for their back, as well as I still communicating with China and Singapore venture capital or individual that have big influence. I know how this game how to play, but it really needs a credibility and trust, and that's why it takes time. And finally, yeah, we take off from 150, 400, 800, 1.5 billion, and I think the biggest leaps is around for 1.5 until 3.5. I think there is a VC comes in there, and they believe about this project, and they will hold for many time, and they will sell to another.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting that you mentioned the point about you dubbed a video that you had made in Chinese, right, in Mandarin. I did the same thing with one of my podcasts. I dubbed it into Mandarin and then posted it with Chinese like characters on Twitter. And some people really appreciated it, but I had a tough time getting my content out there to the Chinese audience. But I feel like there's so many of them, and it's such an underserved market. So I think that's really cool. Do you speak Mandarin, or was that an AI dub as well?
This AI dub. And some people that the interesting part when I send the video, they think it is real. They think it's real. Hey, no, it's AI. And when I uploaded my photo in my real account Twitter, I have a laser in the Norway, and I upload the photo. They said, "Hey, this is AI, right?" And they can't like differentiate AI and non-AI. This is quite interesting.
Yeah, it's becoming really tough to differentiate the two. Um, do you post much in Chinese, or just kind of a little bit here and there?
Mostly, I try to engage the Chinese community or the big influencer in Chinese. Just translate it and using AI. I mean, that is like honestly, I use GPT 4.5. That's very great for the text or content. If you want to make it more conscious or make more humanized, use GPT 4.5, and I translate it. I translate the text into the Mandarin, and I communicate with them. I replied with them.
Nice. That's awesome. That's really smart. Good job, Luca. Is there anything else that I haven't asked you so far that you want to talk about?
Maybe about the vision, the grand design,
Yeah.
or the exit strategy of this.
Yeah. Tell me about that. So what's the grand vision? What's the exit strategy?
Do you know render token? RNGR.
Yes.
Uh, that is one of my biggest round trip token at the time at 2021. I know their product, like they want to decentralize or democratize the GPUs for the artists. I mean, if you don't have RTX 3090, 4090, or 5090, like you don't have expensive GPUs, you can rent in the render token. Uh, you can pay using render token to make your works inside the GPUs. And sometimes I think like it's the Web3 business is like a kind of bullshit. Like I'm being blind. Oh, hey, it's this very great product, and I invested in, and I round trip around maybe 200k US dollars, and 200k, yeah, 200,000. Sorry, not 200k, 200,000 US dollars, and it is almost the same with render token. When you are trying to make the AI on chain, you are being decentralized the GPUs and the nodes, and it is very critical. And the market share will be growing up because when people using AI frequently, they are consuming the token. So the currency of the AI is token. When you write one question, it's maybe 5 until 10 token in the question. And that's why someone from the OpenAI say, hey, don't say thank you or please inside the AI because it will consume token. This token can be used by another people. And we will have a limited token, a very limited that need to invest the new infrastructure. We will comes in there. And my grand vision is maybe will be more likely a render token. Maybe we will launch our coin. It's not token, it's coin that will serve in this on chain. We will make on chain about the AI. So basically, you will, if you want to use these nodes in Taiwan, in Germany, or from United States, you can using this road, and instead of being in centralized platform, you can use the token to use this the nodes like that. And this for the AI itself, but we will serve also the data center or the marketplace for GPUs like render. It's very the same like render, but we will serve for AI training or anything that you want to do with the GPU cluster. My grand design is like that, and I already put in the roadmap in jatevo.id/roadmap, and that's clearly written before I launch the token. I have this vision maybe 2026, and we already started in the Austin, Texas, that we already investing in RTX Pro 6000. That's cost almost $10K.
And would this be a new token, or is this going to be using the current existing token that you have?
I think it's I can't answer it because it's very technical things, very technical things. But I'm sure, I'm pretty sure that early supporter will be rewarded if they are believing in this project, and it is kind of like a leaping to the big project. I mean, if you are holding this token, I will remember all the holders, all the supporters, maybe like the airdrop or something, but at some point it will be realizing the money or converting to fiat to investing into the infrastructure. So it is basically aligned with the creator book, not the this token itself for the sustaining this product. It's like merge or supporting the creator to be make something bigger that maybe it is very have beneficial to the society or the people.
Yeah, that makes sense. Use this project as a stepping stone to something bigger, and then maybe do a new token with more customizability, and then you can still reward all the holders of your current token that people who believe in you.
Yeah.
Is that yeah that makes total sense. Like one thing that I have a problem with the believe tokens is that you can't get enough of supply. Like you can't launch with 80% supply controlled by the creator, and that kind of limits the amount of things you can do with it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a really great reason to use it as a stepping stone to something different. And you're thinking to use like a DEPIN model where you have different people around the world, like maybe running these LLMs on hardware, and then using them and then selling them with like JATEVO, as in like you can give people access to those different LLMs around the world through your token.
Maybe actually we can open the gates of this product for free for because the belief fees are more than enough for me to cover the server costs. I can open gate and all people can use it, but I need to think the specialized or the rewards for the token holders. Like, hey, if you are using 5 million or 1 million tokens at the time at below 1 million, maybe now around just 1 million is very high cost maybe for the token. You can use it unlimitedly. I will count your usage, and okay, you use maybe $10 per month. I will cover it because your fees, if you dump your token, your fees 2% or 1.4% is belong to me. As I don't afraid. I give you rewards, and I'm trying to invest it in 3D printer. 3D printer format. So basically you will prompt your photos or something. It will create 3D. I will send to you. I'm starting to invest in it.
That sounds like a cool idea.
Yeah.
Luca, I think that's about all the time we have today.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on. I think this was a really cool episode. I think you got a cool project. I'm excited to keep seeing what you're up to, and maybe we can do a follow-up episode in a few weeks.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you also approach me, and I bought your token also, and I will hold it, and I will try to, yeah, at least if I sell and I buy and sell, you get 1.4%, right? It's enough for your time. I mean, it's like appreciation for me. It is money from the belief, and I made a belief investment. Oh yeah, once again, we launched JATEVO Flywheel system that we create our ventures, and we are investing in the other portfolio. I invested in another token, and you can see at the pin tweet and the articles that we already profiting around 400K. That currently maybe floating profit 30K USD. I mean, from the belief fees, I invested 20K, and now it's profiting more than 30K. So basically, I put it in another project that may align with my vision on the JATEVO ecosystem. Hey, I want to buy your token, but I didn't say that. Like, hey, can we partnership? Or they approached me first. Can we partnership? Okay, we will create something. You can leverage our IPS, and if I give them influence, maybe their commodity will more confident and going up. But I hold it their supply first, like 3% or 2%, and I'm selling secretly. Many people don't know how to sell secretly. You can use LPs, you can use DCA. You don't need to sell direct instant in the Jupiter or the Phantom. Yeah, there is a way that you keep supporting, but you realize the gains. And I already realized the gains around 100 sol, and I used to buy back the chart. So basically, I'm also the trader or the investor. I try to invest that money, and we going up, and I used to buy back the chart, as well as if we are incubating the Web2 people that, hey, I think this project is very suitable to launch in the belief, but they don't know about it. Hey, there is interesting part of it. You can be the founder and you can pitch and you get, at least you can find $5K for this. I try to tell them like that. It's interesting, and I am trying to prepare their launches, and they will launch it by their own, not me. And we will do a revenue sharing, and the revenue sharing will be used to buy back the GTVO. That's kind of the flywheel that I try to invent it too.
I love it. That's really cool. That's super cool, Luca. Yeah, check out, if you're not following Luca already, check him out on Twitter, and check out the JATEVO page. Follow that on Twitter. Check out the Flywheel article he's talking about. Luca, thank you so much for coming on. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, Nicholas.